Hi everyone. Bossk here with another live unboxing for you. Tonight we're going to be taking a look at figures from Star Wars Stories, a Rogue One. If you haven't seen this movie, spoilers ahead. We're going to be talking about it a little bit. Uh, Primarily, it is set before Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope, and it follows the story of how the Star Destroyer plans were ultimately stolen away from the Empire and delivered to the hands of the rebels. Now, one of the stars of this movie is the wonderful Jyn Erso. This is actually one of the first Rogue One figures I have for us tonight. We'll be unboxing this one along with Captain Cassian Andor and my favorite droid, K2SO. So without further ado, let's dive into this. So Jyn Erso was actually played by Felicity Jones. It's actually the only movie I've seen with Felicity Jones, but I will say she did a fantastic job as Jyn Erso. I actually liked Rogue One quite a bit. It is probably the only Star Wars Disney movie that I have liked so far. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed The Force Awakens, but just felt like they didn't do anything with those characters once they were established. All right. Let's take a look at the box first, actually, before I tear into it. You see on the back we have a nice high definition photo, of Jyn Erso herself. We have a little bit of backstory behind Jyn Erso. It reads, putting behind a checkered past by lending her skills to a greater cause, Jyn Erso is the impetuous, defiant, and eager to bring the battle to the Empire. Used to operating alone. Used to operating alone, she finds higher purpose by taking on a desperate mission for the Rebel Alliance. And then it's the same information, but in different languages. Again, we have a wonderful image on the side here of Jyn Erso. I love the color grading they're doing on these newer boxes with an angle. It really helps when it comes to identifying which series you're looking at from a glance. Now, as we take the figure out, we can see she's in a basic plastic housing, easy to remove. Our instructions that we will not use today. Let's go ahead and get her out of the plastic and take out the pistol as well. All right. Let's dive into this figure and get a closer look. Now, at first glances, this seems to be overall pretty good. It's a fairly looser figure considering the size. None of the joints are stuck together, which is something I've seen a lot with Hasbro figures as of late. Elbow joints all move pretty well. Doesn't seem like anything is painted shut so far, which is good. We've got some nice movement in the figure. Let's see. Yeah, does this come off? I would hope so. Let's see how easy that is to remove. Come on. I don't want to take her head with me. Okay. There we go. So yeah, you can take off the headpiece. I will say this probably would have been better as, well, I don't know. Cloth might have been better from a textural standpoint. This rubbery material we've seen Hasbro use a few times now. It does the job, you know. Not the easiest thing to take on and off. There is a full sculpt under here, which is nice, including hair. So, and without the headdress, there is some good movement in the neck. I am going to call out this coloration, though. That's just odd. That's way too different of a color on that neck there. It's like it didn't get painted correctly or something. That's odd. But again, with the headdress on, you're not going to notice that very much. It appears the vest might be removable as well. I don't see that it is tacked on anywhere. Although, much like with the Han Solo figure I unboxed last week, we're probably going to see some weird shoulder joints if we take off that vest, just because they have to make room for it on the figure to look realistic. But again, good movement in the torso. We've got a center joint, got some good forward and back, good head movement. Let's get into our T-pose. No problem. So our Jean-Claude Van Damme. No problems there. The holster does hinder the movement just ever so slightly, but this is a loose rubberized element. I would be concerned about breaking it at some point, but that's neither here nor there. Let's give her her gun. Yeah. It's a good looking figure. Get her standing. Come on, Jyn. You can do it. All right. I'll go ahead and put her headdress back on. Well, it definitely goes on a whole lot easier than it comes off. Paint job overall is really, really good. Again, that neck being the only issue that I've seen as far as the paint goes. Overall, I'm going to give this one the Bossk seal of approval. All right, let's bring out our next contestant. It's my favorite droid, K2SO. Now, this guy is one of the larger droids we've seen in the Star Wars universe. And Rogue One, I do believe, is the first appearance we've seen of this particular type of droid. Let's get a look at the back. Again, we have a wonderful image of K2 here. And it reads, a reprogrammed Imperial security droid, now loyal to the Alliance. K2SO is an alarming sight, standing with a secret rebel base. The pragmatic droid is an effective insertion agent, as he can blend in perfectly at Imperial installations and outposts. And again, we have a beautiful image on the side here with that color grading that I like so much. This droid in particular is voiced by the awesome Alan Tudyk. Some of you may remember Alan Tudyk from his long-standing career in sci-fi and TV. He has been in a little bit of everything, such as Firefly and obviously Star Wars. Let's get a look at this figure. Oh man, he is awesome already. There we are from the back. Standing up. It's a little darker than I expected as far as the coloring goes, but some good movement there in the head. I didn't expect that. Looks like we've got some good side to side. No, he can do 360, so that is a ball joint in there. That's about it on the arms as far as T-posing goes. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's try to go up and over. Yep. So again, we've got a ball joint in here. Looks like it's all this guy right there. Oh, look at the elbow joint. Those are nice. That's nice. Very, very nice. Wrist. Oh, you even got a little spinny spin in the wrist. Nice. I like how they've engineered these joints. It's hard to tell, but they are actually not hollow. That's actually clear plastic in the center. So they're nice and solid. Looks like it's the same with the knee joints here. That's the best we're going to get on the Jean-Claude for this guy. He's not really meant to do crazy stunts. We can get him in a good fetal position. Again, at the ankle, we see those same clear joints. These are awesome. This guy's got some amazing posability. The only thing that doesn't seem to be too posable are the ankle joints. We've got side to side and back to forth. Again, not a huge deal. You're going to get the shots out of him that you want. In the torso, we've got some movement from side to side. It's a little stiff. I'm not going to go force it too much. But let's get him back into a suitable position here. And there you go. That is the K2SO figure from Hot Toys. I'm sorry, Hasbro, from Hasbro. I've got Hot Toys on the mind tonight. Thumbs up, seal of approval. Get this one. And just as a comparable, there's Jyn next to K2SO. All right. Let's move on to our final figure of the night, Captain Cassian Andor. This guy's got a new series coming out. I don't know if anyone has seen the trailer for it yet. I'm sure some of the fans will let me know down in the comment section. I watched the trailer myself just the other day. It's looking awesome. It looks promising. Good image on the back. An accomplished Alliance intelligence officer with combat-filled experience, Captain Cassian Andor commands respect from his rebel troops with his ability to keep a cool head under fire and complete his mission with minimal resources. Giving us a little bit of a preview of maybe what we're going to see in the Andor series. I know it is supposed to be a little bit more like a spy thriller, which will be kind of cool to see that in the Star Wars universe. I don't think that's something I like that they're trying different things with the Star Wars universe. You know, we've kind of got the spaghetti western with the Mandalorian. We've got the redemption story with Obi-Wan. You know, him and Annie coming to terms, if you will. Actually, I saw a really good review about that show saying that, you know, at the end there, as Vader is telling Obi-Wan, no, you didn't kill Anakin Skywalker, I did. That in and of itself was the good parts of Anakin coming back through and doing one more good thing, relieving his old friend Obi-Wan of the guilt that he has felt for all these years. I thought it was a neat idea, neat presence, neat concept. Anywho, what are you? That's interesting. I'll have to look and see what you are. Unless you go to... You got to go to this weapon somehow. I'll have to look into the box and see what that is. All right. So we've got Captain Cassian Andor here. Overall, that's a pretty good likeness to Diego Luna, the actor who plays Cassian Andor. Could have been a little cleaner paint job around the hair. That's a little messy, but not too big of a deal. One thing I don't like about this one is the jacket. The jacket is really a vest. Look at that. With the arms colored the way it should be. They could have, spent the extra money and either made this a full jacket or made sure this piece was fitted, but then we wouldn't have this nice movement in the torso that we get right here. All right, got some nice movement in the arms. Let's give us our best T-pose, Diego. Nice. Can you Jean-Claude Van Damme? Yes, sir. Again, we've got some good movement in the leg joints here. We've got the double jointed knee, which is nice to see. That gives us a large range of movement with the legs. The feet here, we've got back and forth. It looks like we've got side to side as well, which is nice. Oh, go back into place there. We've got another rubbery holster here, which will impede some movement, but it is not that big of a deal. I'm going to look into this weapon real quick, because I'm not sure what this is. And of course, the box does not say. I'm going to have to look this up. This is interesting. It looks like these pieces go together. But how? Oh, wait. Aha! Okay, so they do go together like this. Oh, that's kind of cool. So, there you have it. There's the three pieces together. He basically gets a longer stock on at the back of the blaster and an upgraded scope and muzzle. That's pretty cool. That's the first time I've seen that. I don't remember if that's in the movie or not. We'll have to go check that out. All right, let's put them all together and see the complete set. I think they look great. I really do. Again, the favorite of the Disney movies. I'm glad they released these figures. I believe there are 2 or 3 other of the main actors out there that I need to collect. And of course, there's all of the Imperial figures out there as well. But there we have it, folks. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. Hope you've enjoyed the unboxing. If you've got any questions or comments, please sound off in the comments. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I do these every weekend on Saturdays. We unbox a few figures, and then I will do shorts on these figures that I will release throughout the week. Thanks everyone for watching. Have a great day, and may the Force be with you.